Hey guys, Deathslayer Magic here, and I just wanted to clear up some of the absolute stupidity around Ultimate Masters. A lot of people are mad, but not everybody's mad for, I guess, the right reasons. Some of their opinions are highly uninformed. And I don't know, there's some stuff we don't know yet, but people are already making assumptions, jumping to conclusions, not necessarily correctly, might be a little early. So I just wanted to clear up all the misinformation and just hopefully have people just stop being so dumb about this product announcement. That would be nice. That said, this isn't me covering for Wizards or just being contrarian for the fun of it because it gets views, because it really doesn't. My very next video after this is going to be everything wrong with Ultimate Masters, what they all screwed up, and it's just going to be an absolute rage fest over this entire product. So if that's more your speed, watch the next one. But then again, if you want to be properly informed and learn a little bit of math, stay with this video. Hell, just watch them both and subscribe. And subscribe to my other channel while you're at it. I mean, if you're going to do it, I might as well throw it in there. Anyway, number one. Right here, MSRP $335.76 per box, $34.99 per 3-pack blister pack. MSRP applies to the United States only. Okay. Certain, Canadian people will just say, have been saying, oh, well, it clearly states on this line right here that they're $13.99 MSRP per pack. Well, no, I mean, they say it's $6.99 per pack on MTGO, but that's the only per pack. In fact, if you hit Control F and type $13.99, it appears nowhere on this entire page. So the MSRP of a booster pack from the set is not $13.99, and there's not going to be any stores that reasonably would sell it for $13.99. You know why? Because of this and this. This right here, this little ultimate box topper. This is the difference. So here's my math here. Well, first of all, before I break into the math, this 3-pack blister pack is a somewhat new product. They've been doing it for, I think, ever since Dominaria, maybe a little bit before it. You can buy them at Walmart, probably Barnes & Nobles, probably GameStop, I'm not sure, but, stores like that. And it's just a 3-pack. It's supposed to be maybe like, a draft thing where each player brings their own 3-pack, or you just want 3 of them, and they were actually quite expensive. I think they're above $3.99 a piece, especially at Walmart. Really bad price. I think I've seen these at Walgreens too, by the way, and CVS. So it's not 100% confirmed, but I have pretty strong evidence, like the fact that it's not anywhere on my vendor's page, that these 3-pack blister packs are actually only going to be sold at the big box stores. I can't order these. It would appear that no normal local gaming store can order these. So you're not going to see a 3-pack anywhere unless they literally went to Walmart and bought them, which I doubt it. I think they're above MSRP, which is quite dumb. So that price, $34.99 divided by 3 is $11.66 and 1/3 cents per pack. So $11.66. There you go. That is the MSRP as far as we can tell, because the MSRP of 3 of them, and that is the MSRP right there, is $34.99, so you just divide by 3. I mean, the most accurate MSRP per booster is that number, 1166. Keep that in your mind. So these right here per box would be $13.99 a piece. Well, what a coincidence that it's a nice even number like that. The MSRP must be $13.99. Okay, if your local gaming store sells these for $13.99 and you can get them for like $2 and something cheaper at Walmart, you're going to go to Walmart. And Walmart is never cheaper. It's almost like part of the contract that they can't be cheaper within a certain amount of days. There's price controls. It's a whole thing. I think the boosters are normally $4.19 a piece at Walmart, actually, for standard sets. So let's find out what happens when you take 1166.333 repeating and multiply by 24. Well, you get 279.92. So not this number, you get 279.92. So minus that, and we get a $55.84 difference, as I mentioned in my previous video. So the MSRP of a pack is $11.66, and the MSRP of this ultimate box topper is $55.85 or 84 cents. That's a rather random number, so that's why people are confused. But yeah, just don't have people telling you, oh, your store selling these for $13.99, that's perfectly okay. No, that completely ignores the ultimate box topper, unless they want to sell them for $13.99 because people mistakenly have that number in their head, and then you just get this as a buy a box promo for free if you buy the whole thing. I don't think that's a good way to do business, because $13.99 is too expensive. And think about it. Okay, if you only paid $11.66 and the previous MSRP was $9.99, that's a $1.67 difference. So if we round to $10, that's a 16.7% price increase. So people are saying, oh, this is 50% more expensive. I don't know where the hell they're getting that number from, because $335 and $240, that is not quite 50%. But also, you can't compare these apples to apples. The last Iconic Masters, Eternal Masters, MM3, everything, every Masters did not have this blue pack in it. It didn't. And you can't just say, oh, this is zero. It's $13.99 times 24 and this is zero. No, this is $55. And the funny thing, it's on average, it's worth more. That'll be my other video, by the way. So comparing these and saying, oh, Masters went up this amount, you're getting a different product. You're getting more. I mean, that's like Wizards saying, oh, we're now going to put 45 booster packs in a booster box. Oh, and we're upping the price. And then people just saying, they're upping the price of a booster box. You get more in the box. There's more value. It's provable. It's not like we're playing with the numbers and statistics. No, it's literally a different product. So like I said, it's about $280 per box for just the boosters at their provable MSRP. So $280 a box. That's what I'm saying. $280 versus $240, not the end of the world. It only went up $40. That said, it is still a price increase, or is it? I don't know if you've seen these. I'm going to leave these on the scroll. I'm sure this will be a quality frame rate. These are the cards that are in it. Now, on the left is the borderless one, which those are all marked as mythic, and on the right is the version that's actually in the set. Now, you might notice they're mythic for mythic, but like Bitter Blossom, that's what, like 50? Demonic Tutor, that's actually not that high. I've never even heard of that card. Liliana, that's like 100 or something. I don't even know. Macias, he's worth a pretty penny. Reanimate, that's all right. That's worth a bit. Tassiger, he's garbage. I hope you don't open him. Balefire, I don't think that one's that great. Through the Breach, I just hate that card. I don't care what it's worth. Eternal Witness, I mean, yeah, it's worth some money, definitely. Life, I don't know. Noble, that is a pile of money, and it's at rare. The rare slot. Tarmogoyf, yeah, mythic, I get it. Okay, he's over 100. Vengevine, I don't know much about it. Gaddock, I have no idea what's going on with him. Leovold, he's actually not that high. I don't think Lord's that high either. Maelstrom, I'm not sure. Sigarda's not that high. Fulminator's a big chunk of change. Finks is garbage, but it's at the uncommon slot, so who cares? Engineer's at rare, that's pretty crazy. Manivault is at mythic, and it should be. That's a pile of money. Platinum, that's still pretty expensive. Ancient Tomb, that's pretty expensive. Cavern, that's extremely expensive. All of the Manlands, Dark Depths, that's up there a bit. Caracas is well over 100, that's at mythic. By the way, all these Manlands are at rare. I mean, that's crazy. Some of these are worth a lot of money. Urborg, that's, oh my gosh, I don't even know. I think for sure it's above 15 or 20, and it's in the rare slot. So, I mean, if you're paying about $11.66 per booster and there's a bunch of $20 rares, you're going to get your money out of it. So, what I've been saying all day to everyone, here, I'll just scroll down in case you want to read this. What I've been saying is, if they made this a $500, $600, $700 expected value and then upped the price to, well, basically $280 a box, and then if you count this, which is worth like another whole bunch, and then it's $335 a box, okay, if the value matches it, great. And on the inverse, everybody's complaining, everybody's thumbing down their crap on social media because, oh, price increase, oh, it's money grab, it's greed. Okay, what would have been everybody's response if they dropped it from $9.99 to $8.99, but then didn't put, these cards in it, these extremely crazy expensive reprints? What would happen if they calmed it down, the box EV was like $270 maybe, and they dropped it to like $200 a box? Everybody wouldn't be saying, ooh, they dropped the price. They'd be saying, oh, they dropped the price because there's garbage in it. And I mean, you got the precedent of Iconic Masters and Eternal Masters and M25 all being very low. I mean, in fact, Iconic is still, I think, 131 on eBay right now. Ouch. And the other one's at like 150. So, yeah, those had an MSRP of 240, but they shouldn't have because they didn't put enough good cards in them. Also, they printed too many, and also they gave them to the wrong people to sell. I mean, it's not 100% their choice of cards in it. But yeah, the cards they chose were a little bit too obscure too. I think they needed more universal staples that everybody needs. Like every single master so far should have had Birds of Paradise in it, for example, and at least some really hot lands. I'd put like shocks or fetches or both in every single master set. I mean, you can never print enough fetch lands. Never. It's impossible. I mean, you could print them down to $5, and it's still, I gotta drop $20 in my modern deck's mana base. Like, what if you just want to build some janky, fun modern deck? You have to build the mana base no matter what you're building, unless it's mono, I guess. Well, and even then, you might need Urborg, so, I mean, the cheaper the mana base, the better. If they suppress those down to nothing good, then people could actually afford to play the damn game. That would benefit them in the long term. So if they lowered the expected value by putting crappier, cheaper, sub $10 cards all over it, but dropped the price even to $7.99, I don't think anybody would be celebrating. I mean, I think they would before we get a full card list, and that's why everybody's freaking out right now, because we don't have a full card list. So keep that in the back of your head that we don't know for sure that this is going to have a crazy high EV. It looks like it, but Wizards is really good at making sets look good when they're actually not. Like, for example, everything they've released in the last 2 years. Except for Battle Bond, that kind of looked like crap no matter what. And the ironic thing is it wasn't. It's actually really expensive per box right now. So why are people freaking out in the other direction? I think it's exclusively because they know, oh, Masters. I associate the word Masters and the title Masters and Masters products with garbage. Low quality, overhyped garbage. An EV below $200, just like the last couple. And it's just, it's going to be bad. Oh, and on top of that, they raised the price. And then other people are thinking, well, the last Master set was cheaper. The last Master set didn't have this blue pack in it. So yes, it was cheaper. I mean, it's just the stupidity of people. It's astonishing. But if they're thinking this one's going to completely bomb and have nothing good in it, clearly they have not seen this list. I mean, yeah, a lot of these are mythics, but not all of them. I mean, it's just, you can't say there's nothing good in it. Now, if these were the only money cards and the entire rest of the rares and all the uncommons were trash, I think we might have a problem. We also have a problem in the fact that, well, actually, I'll save this for the next video because that's all negative. I don't want to get on what I don't like about this. That's a separate video. But yeah, people taking a dump on it just because there's a price increase. If there's an accompanying value increase and the box EV is $750, I wouldn't mind paying $335 a piece. Every box you open, you'll make $300 profit. Who would have a problem with that other than people who just don't have $335 liquid cash sitting around to buy it? Like, it doesn't matter how good of a value it is if you can't afford to buy it in the first place. I get that. The other thing people are raging about, this is going to be $500, $600, $700 in Canada. That's because of your stupid 20% tax or import tariff or whatever the hell Trudeau's doing, or Trump-do. They're a couple now. We're going to call them Trump-do. I literally don't know how to pronounce his name. Oh, the French language. It's just the worst. Well, I don't know if you knew this or not, but Wizards of the Coast has literally nothing to do with your stupid import tariff. So saying, oh, $335, don't they know it's going to be $500 by the time it hits Canada? Don't they know that all the value added tax out in, Germany, Sweden, I don't remember who does that, Australia, I don't even remember. They've actually, for foreign shipments, they've actually improved the price and the efficiency and the margins. You know why? Because these are $335 a box, but the boxes still weigh 1.9 pounds. So if you just wanted to buy, we'll say, $1,000 worth of product from whatever they're releasing, oh, cool. It sort of costs less to ship the amount that you're buying. I know that's not everybody's scenario. It's an example of how, raising the price but keeping the size and the weight the same was actually pretty clever. And that is going to save money. I mean, if they know X amount of dollars are going to sell and they can ship less, they can spend less on shipping. But yeah, Wizards of the Coast is not responsible, and nor can they do anything about your stupid international tariffs and crap. It just is what it is. In currency exchanges, oh well. Trump fixed the economy and now our dollar kicks the crap out of whatever you're using. Oh well. I mean, it could have just as easily flipped the other way, and then would you be thanking Wizards for that? Like, they had nothing to do with it. I mean, I get it. People are just complaining like, oh my God, this costs $500 in another country. Like, that does suck in general. It's just, you can't say anybody should have done anything about it. It's like people can complain in general, but they're like pinning the fact that it's $500 on Wizards. I don't see the connection there. Doesn't make sense. Now, the other thing that people are being so stupid about is not taking seriously the line that they put everywhere that says this product is not for everyone. They were not kidding. That is not just to soften the blow. They are very literally meaning that. Here's what you do if you kind of like playing Commander in Modern, but don't want to drop $335.76 on a box. Ignore it and buy the singles. Some of the most overpriced, unattainable, impossible to afford cards that you need for your deck are in the set. If you ignore it, don't touch it, don't buy it, just pretend it doesn't exist, wait a month, and ta-da, all the cards you wanted to build your next deck are cheaper. So if you're like, I'm not going to buy this, it's too expensive for me, you still benefit from it. Anytime you go to build a non-standard deck from now on, you just got a giant benefit from it. Reprints need to happen. Without master sets, Modern is just going to get more expensive and more expensive and more expensive and more expensive until nobody can afford to play it. How do I know? Because that's what happened to Legacy and Vintage. That's why every time they make a master set and it's like, okay, finally they reprinted this. Now it went from $50 down to like 20, 25, or even, a $15 card went down to like $2. I mean, that happens. $8 a playset as opposed to 60? I mean, you didn't even have to buy 1 penny of the product and you benefited from it. The only thing it's bad about is it devalues people's existing copies of that card, but they said they're going to aggressively reprint stuff as of like a year and a half, 2 years ago. So you had plenty of warning to sell it off. Plus, if you're playing with a Modern deck that you've owned and played with at multiple events, maybe even every single week for like 3 to 4 years, you cannot possibly have expected to get exactly what you paid into the deck out of it. Cars don't work that way. Computers don't work that way. Nothing works that way, especially collectibles. I mean, some of them as a whole go up, but I mean, you're playing with them, you're shuffling, you're technically probably, even if they're double sleeved, dropping the quality of the card to light play. You already eliminated like 10-20% of the value just by using it. And if you're one of the douchebags who dropped $10,000 in buying up a bunch of singles, that was a bad investment. Where is Wizards of the Coast agreement and assurance that you are guaranteed to make money if you buy up a bunch of their products and sit on them? I have actually heard statements to the contrary. So while it is a legitimate complaint that, oh no, this takes people who are holding tons and tons and tons of singles and just loses them money, well, Modern Masters 1, when did that come out? I mean, that should have been your warning right there. Oh, they're doing reprint sets? Cool, time to sell every single card I own that's expensive. I mean, if it's 2018 and you're like, oh, this is going to lose me so much value. I had a Snapcaster. I had a Liliana. Oh, you missed that train by just a hair. I think the train's on about Mars by now. So zero sympathy for those people. Like I said in the last video, when it comes to investors holding cards and, oh no, they lost value, or even the average player with a $1,000 deck that's now an $800 deck because reprints, I will lean towards, oh look, for every one of those, 5 more people can actually afford to play Commander in Modern because this $50 card is now $10. I will side with people who just want to play the damn game and can't afford to it over people who are rich hoarding douchebags every single time. So another set of completely invalid complaints about this product. People who say, no, nobody gets to play Magic but me. I got in earlier, so I get the benefit. And if you want to get in late to Magic, you have to pay more. And you have to go through me, and you have to buy my cards from my binder. Piss off. So all I can think of right now is other things I hate about this and how they designed it wrong. So I'm going to keep that for the second video, everything that went wrong with Ultimate Masters, including a little sneak preview for you. How the hell are they going to sell this, and what are they going to sell it for? Do stores even know what to sell this for? Are they going to refuse to sell loose boosters because they can't factor in or out the cost of this and they want to sell them for $13.99? Are they going to sell them for $11.66? Who gets the box topper when you draft it? I mean, there's all these questions, so definitely stay tuned for the next video. But in the meantime, if you have some complaint about the set that you think is unresolved and perfectly legitimate, probably just wait for the second video. Don't leave it down in the comment section immediately. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next video.